They are, man. I mean, I've competed against some of these guys in some other online tournaments as well, and I mean, literally watching Benji just slay out an entire lobby by himself in squads is, it's like, it's art, man. You know, what these guys do, it's art, so enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40 plus eliminations in Season 9, which is unheard of, all by himself, solo squads. There are so many ways you can watch, though, this weekend. I've been just looking at my phone already. I'm seeing a million plus of you guys tuning on in. As you guys know, so many ways to watch. And I know people flooding on in from the outside. I just can't wait to get it started.
Dude, this is literally what I've been waiting for. Like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Best of the best, all in the same lobby. All right, in the qualifying matches on Sunday, you're playing against, you know, in a lobby, maybe like 4 or 5 of the teams who are actually here right now, but now it's going to be all of them in the same lobby. Every single battle is going to be the best players in the world fighting against one another. I'm excited to watch the early game when they're landing in their spots. I'm excited to watch the mid game during the rotation. I'm taking notes. You guys should too.
Yeah. Also, other things that note to take to bring up. We're going to be playing on site settings here in free material games. You want to explain for everyone at home exactly how that all works?
I'd absolutely love to. So, unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, you're granted with 50 health or 50 shield, depending on what you're missing. And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, you know, eliminations are definitely going to pay off early game as you guys can stack up those materials.
Yep, and remember, that is when you get a full elimination, not when you knock down an opponent.
Correct.
So, if I knock a player, you'll see in this, a lot more times teams will immediately try to finish that elimination, get the health, go pick up the materials, maybe secure some extra loot. There's a look at the lobby screen, and, you know, Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier when the players were warming up earlier today because they got some warm-up games in. Obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through, and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing, they're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them insane. The average age in today's tournament, 16 years old. Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend. At 16, what would you have spent your money on? I don't even want to know. Why not even ask that? Probably
16, man? Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really.
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue, looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden has been landing there throughout all qualifiers. You see, Metro, I've been hearing notes about, you know, tilted towers and, or neo-tilted as downfall of where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now you play 6 games.
Yep.
You know how detrimental it can be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of drop right off spawn and get taken out.
Yeah.
What is your game plan here? Are you going for it? You don't care how many people land there? You just go and play your game? Or
I think
you shy away? What do you do?
Oh, man, these guys have been practicing. They know. They know that they're going to be contested. Yeah. They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're, you know, intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push. And, you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now, me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play. In a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely prefer and try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, you have one bad game, getting over that, that's going to be a huge mental obstacle, right? You get knocked first. Yeah. That's going to be something that you're going to be thinking about in the second game, the third game. Oh my gosh, should we change our landing spots? And then if you're thinking like that, it's over.
Yeah, and I keep seeing you look down. You're like eagerly wanted to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us. But again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the new limited time modes. sure the arena is as well. When you talk about LAN events, right, you have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres. The one thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
We'll do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey, Ninja, I'm going to a tournament, any advice, right? You know, it's exactly what you do at home, right? If you wear socks and, you know, no shoes at home, that's what you're going to do. If you don't wear any socks at all, or you wear sandals, you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweat and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you're wearing right now when you're competing, right? Yep. Don't try to change anything up. Drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get in that mental state of what you do and how you've been practicing the entire time at home.
I've even heard of stuff as far as like don't change your sleep schedule and
absolutely
for this, like taking it like it normally is now. Again, we talked about there's $30 million in the Fortnite World Cup finals across today and tomorrow. $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup finals. Let's take a look.
Joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. So.
We tell people we need 1 point. Just put this point right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated. It is the win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million. It's unreal.
If you want to practice for dev runs, you need to go in
Try and change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see more creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to play creative mode?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative still. And yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18, and he just won $336,000. What are you going to do with the prize?
Rent. Save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get more money back.
All right, guys. Congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
Yesterday, again, congratulations to Scissors and his team. $1.3 million won. I'm going to address the elephant in the room here. It's not Tim the Tabman. You didn't win that, Tyler.
That's correct.
What exactly happened here?
That's correct. No, we got 4th place, but, you know, the crew that I picked out, man, Pal, Taco, and Kaz, just a good bunch of kids, man. I mean, I think, and I also got to meet a lot of the creators who developed a lot of the maps, and just a lot of passion for these guys, man. And, you know, I was really happy that I was able to, not even me, together as a unit, we pulled in, you know, 295,000. You know, we were just that event was so incredible, and just another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people, there were hundreds of people here because of creative.
And you know, that's what Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone. He made to now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday for you. What was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juice. Hands down, Junkyard Juice is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're going to go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juice, and it just fills in 32 people. Like, it's so much fun, man.
With that, what about, should we get the whole squad together or not?
Yeah, well, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here is got tickets, has the commemorative tickets, so many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City, such a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see, again, the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the game so we can get it all launched for you. But trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vicroy, man. Who's it going to be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now,
Yeah,
man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think's going to win today? Scream it. I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Mitro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Jesus, this is going to be intense. I mean, there's nothing more nerve-wracking than this off the bus, man. You're flying.
Advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They push out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here, as well as wood. The one material they'll really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely stone. You can get 500 metal, which will be their most valuable asset here, landing at Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items when you're looking over there, so hopefully they find something that's going to help them rotate. There are no balls that spawn in Dusty, so no ballers will be very difficult to make the late game.
Fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you gotta think these players down low who are already just Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to here with your reverse. Maybe some little tips and tricks for players that hope to land here.
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like 200 wood, so you definitely want to go for those. You can easily get max wood in arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there's some metal lasers in town that you can get for about 300 metal, which is, and like the most valuable material that you can get. I mean, I'm just 91 players. Talk about Storm Surge. I mean,
We haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people left, I mean, how soon is it going to be?
we're going to have Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's going to be like, this is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Fwexy right now, it's so scrappy. One here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. They'll have
zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate out of here, hype and serpent. Don't want the fight. And that's Jay. Now quite weak with Storm Surge beginning to tick in. Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off in the game, and you don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat, you know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov.
That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them, as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game, 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much, and they were more centralized and getting more competitive. So really, you're getting these players who have, again, the great aim. They're just beating people who are focusing on trying to go into the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming from the south right now, and it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed, spamming the stage, difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels, more shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that. Just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next to him as well. Med hit about that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears. Although in the elimination feed right there, here's a look at the model earlier than Metro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is infantry rifle and a combat shotgun, so he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are, you know, anything like to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You know, you've got to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
Super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look, these are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to 1. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man, I just can't, man. You guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. Yep. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1-by-1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1-by-1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel! And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in 2 as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo is still alive.
With good rotation,
definitely has a bunch to, you know, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Intro, 12, the zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Metro's goal, spray players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right out of it. Metro knows that. Now begins the fight. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo, though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still, though, only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to be able to pop that alert. He's got
the storm surge on.
He's trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still hitting hard. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting it for 45 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the Storm Surge. Fantastic composure. Again, one of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more Dubs. The duo
still
okay,
down.
So now
finally above. Finally above. And guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win out. He dropped the shotgun. Okay, there you go. Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys in the circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This storm surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taking out 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas dropped some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic entry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. Oh, yeah. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards 3-point accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head, boom. You're going to get that headshot. You're going to get 80 points of damage. And there's 10 shots instead of 8. So, I mean, it just packs
duo of Zate and Sap close this out, raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zate and Sap just sitting pretty.
God, Mitro just got a double, I think.
Mitro
5 limbs.
tries to get it done, not enough. Zate and Sap, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will!
Zate and Sap had the high ground and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to pick up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. Yeah. When they get the high ground like that, they send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zate and Sap take game number 1. And, you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene, at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zate and Sap take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. They shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground. Yep. But when you have shield like Zate and Napdate at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible,
for those 2.
Incredible first game.
And we're only just getting started. We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send to Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? Looking forward to in games 2 through 6. For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen storm surge affect the game so much.
Yep.
Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know,
absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man, right? Let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the storm surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over in the Victor Royales. Well, experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together. And that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're going to re-roll it one more time, and we're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward. And they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points. Showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, Game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments are so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's safe, but
Benji, Mr. Savage, man, just incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
Both of our predictions.
Both of our predictions, and they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy and when they actually get some good rotation items. I'd love to see how they're going to
out Mitro at the end, and not only does he stay alive, use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboard. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely, incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do and Sean. So hopefully they step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready. Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that mess.
Yep.
Right? Once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen. I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas.
Dude, they're insane. And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we look at the map? Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very small area. And many players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far away.
I mean, the one thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, you should probably look for llamas as we're flying in, because usually you're looking for players who's going to be landing next to you, but if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama.
There's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with rotation. There's shadow bomb storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get you at 500 sites, so 350. It's done its job for you. Spend much less time farming and much more time looting and looking to save the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for. Explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bombs. You're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds, and which is way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look at Storm is landing side of the map, and this storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on. Elevate does get cut down, so a tough start for the duo for 100 Thieves right there. So you got to wonder if Arkham's still alive. Either Daedra and M1Z. They have players down at Loot Lake. Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back up to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than 2 people land here, one of them is going to be Ewang and Flash right now, popping that last. All the damage that he's taking out permanent elimination.
This fight at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Ewang all by himself, and no materials left, Ninja.
You can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Ewang knows that. Trying to fall back to his teammate. Maybe sneaking a revive, but I just don't see.
A lot of these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to get
it
off
the right play?
They're going to push forward.
Ewang no shield, and he's going to get the double. He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB. And there was some delicious shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Ewang takes them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yuang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in on the Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against the 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this. Definitely going to need the lift to make up for it.
Suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, knows who to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the Power's advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving. So we're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later.
No ammunition. Very build. And no shield. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down. And there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to take so much time in that fight. They've got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic in a fight.
Got some shield. Doesn't necessarily want to use his grenade, only hit 10. And he's just trying to upstage small, help his teammate out. No, he's getting taken. With the trap kill, he's gonna get the knock. Unbelievable, incredible place. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to branch out. When you guys are in fights like this, you always want to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little 1-by-1 pyramids, and try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They've made the conscious decision. No. Be back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up.
We take the L. Oh my god, we got the
trap. Did he just take the L in real life? Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's gonna come over. No, I'm just kidding.
40,
but the Stinks come on in.
Stinks coming in, 22 health left, Campfire down. He has.
Oh, and look who's here.
Third party.
Look who's here. NA puts up the take the L, and EU says no, no, no. This is the World Cup, baby. I'm gonna show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel, full HP, and they storm roll through.
Duel ins for Mitro,
Clicks
still
right there.
Down low. Wow, incredible. Let's look at that kid. Gold scar, gold combat, heavy shotgun, or sorry, heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's gonna be.
There's no shot right there. Skeptic. You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic player. I think it speaks a little bit too soon. Aiden now on your screen. Does knock 1. Hasn't finished the elimination yet, so still will gain 50 HP if he can get the full. There it is. Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is, though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health. A little bit of shield. Hopefully, he drops some enemies here. 8 being 50 players. He's calling it out right now. But it doesn't go 2-on-1, and they don't know. We don't know how weak this guy is right now, but if he is with the trade, there's the double. Shot 21 white. Players no shield left on the side. Sean has. How aggressive they're being. They're both 1 hit. Like that's the trap.
They're going for it. They're saying, you know, you would have thrown the trap down by now. And there it is. And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side. And they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually knows 2 big shields.
Yeah.
Aiden hit the full health.
Incredible.
See the stats so far in this game. Aiden has done it. Has taken 312. Here back up. Max health left. Every time the camera goes up, this is sold out arena.
Circle's about to update right now. We just saw the second score. Everyone out of the side of the map. Guess what? Every single llama was found.
Yep.
All 5 llamas have been found, so we have probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't even freaking out, man. It looks like a lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only 1 airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. It's taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for players to move in from the slipstream, you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh, well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge.
Right.
And that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching. But there's 84 teams, 84 players left.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. Sizlucky does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the inventory. And Ninja, like a doll. Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive by storm. Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, there's a lot of items that get added where, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive reactions from an item being added than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positive. Absolutely. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful posts. Just some delightful posts. Those of you guys who don't know what they are, each one splash, they come in packs of 2, stack up to 6, they give you 20 health or shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. It's thrown down the ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as if you really want to be a troll. Here are Mongo Show in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongo has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. They're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a pop-off performance right here. 60. Here, Sizlucky and Brush, we saw earlier on in the last game, Fatal Fields struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on the launch pad. Again, I always want to keep stressing that. If you guys have some launch pads, one shadow can get you into another zone. Yep. So hopefully get you this place eliminations. But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned this earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here in the World Cup? Guess what? We can say that Aiden squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down. And unfortunately, there were just too many players who took advantage that they were weak.
And that was the top 5 leading into this game. You see it updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment. Petro and Mongrel staying alive, holding this pyramid edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are peeking through the pyramid, you hit edit on it. You cannot be seen, right? You can also see through it. So very amazing feature. Fortnite. Battle Royale.
The Battle Royale, the Ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience. Man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Road taking damage as well. Gonna have to make some plays. And there goes Road. He actually just got knocked. 66 players remain in this storm. Kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park, but it's a high ground mountain. I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains to play.
And it really mixes it up.
And they have a drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. And you guys get on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground without having to place any mats. Yep. It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. It's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down glider, anything like that, yikes. You have to pray that someone can launch pad down underneath it somehow.
Yep.
And go for it.
Yeah,
just risk it all.
Most of these teams will mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get in these games. It was Saint and Saf, and set up in this zone.
They just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team? Actually, they got to rotate a little bit. Look at the 4-shot wave game.
And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
They have to rotate the car. Look how many players on this side are going. They're all going to have to move very soon.
Yeah, Arkram and Falcon are having tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them play later on. He makes full. Don't worry.
Really sensitive on it.
Well, still really sensitive. Let you handle that as again, it's tension there, but we continue to move on. Get this right. This is game 2 of 6 out of the day. 62 players left. 5 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. Looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together.
Good teamwork.
As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin.
Yeah, I got a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing in so small, what do you think is the play? Rotate in. Everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, This is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets. Just sprayed down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have to back up.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like, you remember early on, Elevate did go down. There's
That loot looks so delicious.
Zane go for it. Zane and Sap, do they do it?
Do you go for it? There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Sap,
uncontested.
That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Nitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. And we know that was juicy loot.
Yeah, they're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the evil, they didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this.
Still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though, they tried to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying, and this is it, another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and float. They're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Sap looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stack lobby. Just saw Bowser in the feed as well. Harper with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points. Ninja and these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it in the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not take damage? Or are they going to try to play it a little risky and go for the limbs? If you're going to be shooting, going for the limbs, definitely open up to a lot of spray. Shotgun shot, AR shot, someone suddenly taking the high ground on you. So it all depends on how their play style is going to unfold, man.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Sap
over the play. The high ground
goes to the high ground. Take, will he get it?
He's going to get it. He has it.
Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row. Sap is there as well, but Snappy just appeared right behind Sap and shotgunned him down right there.
Zayt right now is going to have to concede to the high ground, giving it to Snappy. And he's going to have to stay alive as long as possible, try to get some placement. He is obviously a top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zayt with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
Keys right now being held in the storm with 5 limbs. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Go down, right? They want those limbs.
Vorwin now with eliminations back-to-back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough. Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style. Both alive. You love to see it.
The victory royale and 7 eliminations.
Look at that.
Vinny's hyped and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
Got his fries on a fast food order. Why am I thinking about food?
Oh my, Jack, it's pretty expected at this point, but God, 2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been even. Guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time.
Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off. So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
Trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I love to see. That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
What a start to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arkham Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name's Jack Torrance, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup final. $1 million on the line this weekend. We'll be tuning on into across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done in action, and it's already been fantastic.
Don't even want to do it online. These games are incredible.
Yep.
Listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Yeah.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. See that here next year, man.
Guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it. They're on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2. Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic end, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of all the noise. Really good at playing together. Like for the longest duo that have played together. So yeah.
Great, fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage.
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro. You know, they've always been known as being so impressive. From all the time that you've seen them in these competitive tournaments, well, there might be some younger players. They've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you see them just like a lot of other talent here. Qualifiers every single week. Even though they're qualified, they continue to keep playing and practicing. Guess what? They just took game number 2. You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we gonna do next? Hey, man, good job, we won that. Let's do it again, right? How are we gonna change it? Maybe do it better somehow. Get more in game 3.
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not gonna take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zayt and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Forwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zayt and Sap do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points, Courage. You got 11 points, right? Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Deva, M11Z, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, you have all time in between. You win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the master desk, but I know Zeke is down the road.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first set of games. Sap and Zayt locking down the lobby. To Zexro and Vinny just coming in super slug. And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. You got to go on and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is, have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it? If so, just let me hear you. You know, that was so-so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through, but, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, You know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam, that's my thing. That's what I do. And you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that need to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to get back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at the video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen. So I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Real Fortnite,
Andiamo qui detto Rio.
Faceva Fortnite Gold.
What's up, Fortnite fans?
What's up? Let's get
What's up, Fortnite fans?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam?
Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam? What's up, Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
E aí, galera do Fortnite?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
Hello Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
Good day Fortnite fam. Sarah Fortnite fam. What up boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, my fam, get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like to post it? The crazy World Cup shirts that we have? Totally get your hands on one. Head on over to retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We got some hoodies. We got hats. We even got the little drone that's the back of us. Amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone. So you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not for it. But there you go. Also, that gray shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching,
I think it was like 40,000.
Hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity I would imagine.